guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Caitlin B, and today we are going to be talking about something very terrifying. And this was my psychic dream that I had, I believe, 1 year ago or so, and it just freaked me the fuck out. This actually happened with my friend Ashley, who I filmed a video with a long time ago and got a lot of requests for her to come back, so I should have brought her back to film this video with me, but I'm obviously in Nebraska for college and she's in Minnesota. Hopefully I can do this story justice because it is terrifying and it's something that I always think about. If you guys like this video and want to see my paranormal experiences video, I will link that down in the description box below. Okay, so I had to write things down so that I wouldn't forget because Lord knows, I have a bad memory. I'm just gonna preface this video by saying if you don't believe in this stuff, that is okay. You are entitled to your opinion, and if you guys haven't had an experience like this, then it's hard to believe someone else who has had this experience or who has like really good just psychic intuition. But I'm here to tell you guys that I have always been very in touch with my intuition, and I have had a lot of experiences that are kind of psychic. So if you guys want more of these videos, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Like I said, this video involves my friend Ashley. So to start this whole scene off, I am just chilling in my bed on a normal night. I think this was over a break, like winter break or so. And my friend Ashley was in Los Angeles, I think for the first time or the second time in her life. So Ashley and I were just texting, normal conversation, and she was with her mom. And they were out to dinner, and I remember her texting me after this happened, and she was like, whoa, the coolest thing just happened. She was at this restaurant in Los Angeles with her mom and a couple of her family members, and then it was someone else's birthday in the restaurant, this big like Greek birthday. Everyone was singing and they ended up passing out cake to everyone in the restaurant, which why wasn't I there? Ashley's mom loves cake, apparently, so she was like, oh my gosh, this cake is amazing. I need to know who made this and where I can get some more of this. So she went over to the table that was giving away the cake and she wished the lady happy birthday, and she was like, hey, do you know where I can get some of this cake because it is amazing? So she was talking to the elder lady. I don't know if it was her birthday or if that was the birthday girl's grandmother. So this older lady talks to her mom for a little bit and she's like, hey, I know this is kind of weird, but I'm getting a very strong presence from you. I can read people, and do you mind if I just read you for a second? Like, I can't hold this back anymore. Now, her mom gets that a lot. She's been seeing psychics for a long time, and psychics often approach her because of her energy is just very strong, apparently. And so it's not uncommon for people to just kind of come up to her and give her a little bit of a reading when she's out in public. So this wasn't like terrifying to her because she is interested in it. And I just thought that was really cool because I've always been really into psychics, and up until that point I had never gone to a psychic. But Ashley and I have talked about it for a long time, so I thought it was really cool, and that's why she was texting me about this. But the lady ended up telling her mom a couple of things about her life and some warnings to look out for, I believe, and I'm not going to get into what that was, but she was just saying a couple of things that really resonated with her, and she's like, wow, that is accurate. And so this lady was like, yeah, I would love to give you a more extended reading at my house tomorrow. So she gave her mom her card and she was going to call her and set up a reading. So she came back to the table, told Ashley about it, and Ashley thought it was really cool and was like, ooh, I want a reading too. Not long after I fell asleep, I remember we were texting kind of late just because it was 2 hours earlier in LA than it was in Minnesota anyway. So I think I didn't even like end the conversation because I was just really tired and just fell asleep. Now, I'm also really into dreams, and I've always had very, very vivid, crazy, wild dreams that I remember in the morning. And so it's not weird to have a dream that of events that have happened during the day, you know what I mean? Like they say that you often dream about something that happened during the day or someone who you saw that day. And so anyway, I was dreaming and I woke up at about 3 a.m. I remember I jolted awake, and this isn't uncommon for me to have nightmares where it just like really jolts me awake and I'm just terrified and have to kind of like gather myself in real life and be like, that was a dream, it's fake, and then go to bed. But this dream was different, and I remember being so terrified and that I needed to tell Ashley about it right then and there. In the dream, there was this older lady, and she was like dressed kind of, I don't want to say like a stereotype like a psychic, but she was, you know, wearing like drapey clothes and had some big jewelry, was like older, and I had a very I had a very vivid picture of this older woman that I don't recognize. Like I didn't know who this was, but they say that you can't dream about someone that you haven't physically like scene, so I don't know where I've seen this person. So I was dreaming about this woman who came up to Ashley and I, and we were together, and she was like, hey, I want to give you guys a reading, come to my house. So I was kind of like dreaming, I guess, about her text, and that was kind of weird, but you know, it wasn't that weird if you think about it, since I was just texting her about this. So we were obviously like, yeah, that sounds amazing. And she's like, I was just giving your mother a reading earlier. So we were like really excited about it at first. And then when we approached this woman's house the next day, we had this really bad feeling rush over us. Like in the dream, we were just like, this is not a good idea. And we didn't know why. But we ended up going into the woman's house, and she was leading us around into this like creepy back area of her room. And then her demeanor changed, and she was just so negative, and just, you know, when you can kind of catch on people's energies. Yeah, it was very, very bad, very dark. And I remember she led us into this room and like wouldn't let us out of this room, and we were just terrified. And we ended up finding her mother, Ashley's mom. I don't know if she was dead or if she was like on the brink of dying, I can't remember. And then she ended up suffocating her mom with a big pile of pills. And I know it sounds really weird, but we found her on the floor just covered in pills. We got out of there as fast as we could, and I was just terrified. And I just remember jolting awake at 3 a.m. being like, this is not a good idea. Like, this woman is not okay, and I need to tell Ashley about it. And I know it sounds really weird because most dreams aren't like an accurate representation of things, but for some reason I was like, no, I need to tell Ashley about this. Like, this woman isn't a good idea. And I just had such a bad feeling about her. So I texted her right away. So I sent her this long ass text, like saying everything about this dream and all the details. Just like, I don't know why, but we do that a lot. After I sent that, I saw like she was typing, like she was awake, but she was freaking out because she had just woken up and she was sleeping, and she said she had a really bad feeling about this woman. And so she typed in this woman's name and just did a little bit of research on this girl and found out that she was like a runaway gypsy who has been like under arrest before, and she had, I don't think she's a warrant out for her arrest, but she had something that the like police were looking for her, something creepy about her. She was like a scam artist. And I ended up telling her in that text about what I thought she looked like, and she said that's exactly what she looked like because she saw her in the restaurant, and she had not told me at all about what this woman looked like. The really weird thing is about the pills. In my dream, like I said, I pictured her mother like covered in a pile of pills, and I didn't know what that meant. I just thought that was a really weird thing, but I ended up telling her in that long text that I sent her. So that to me was extremely creepy as well. She hadn't told me before what the lady said to her mom, like in the reading. She just said that the psychic approached her. She didn't tell me any details. So for that to kind of match up was really creepy, and same with the fact that we both had really bad feelings about this woman, and we're both like jolted awake thinking about this at the same time. And the fact that she wasn't who she said she was, and she was a scary lady, that was just something that has always really creeped me out. And so since then, I have definitely been trusting my intuition more. And that wasn't the first experience, but it's something that just sticks with me because it was so specific, and I've never been, you know, that dead on with things that I at least think. I usually pass things off for coincidences, but I've learned more and more recently that it's not a coincidence, and that it is really your intuition, and that you need to trust that more. So if you take anything away from this video, it is to trust your intuition and don't be afraid of it. And if you're wrong a couple of times, you know, don't let that defeat you. I actually did a reading with the Psychic Twins, who started a YouTube channel recently, which I'm so excited about. And if you guys haven't seen their channel, I will link it down below. They are amazing, and they're reading different YouTubers right now, which I think is super interesting because I actually had a reading done by them back in October, and I haven't shared with you guys my experience about it yet. But if you guys liked this video at all, give it a big thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to do a Psychic Twins experience experience and what I was told by the psychic twins, and we can see if it comes true. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting. Please let me know in the comments below if you guys have had any psychic dreams yourself, what you guys think about psychic dreams. Do you believe in them? Do you not believe in them? And just let me know any of your psychic experiences, because I'm very, very into it. Trust me, I have the most open mind. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and don't think I'm creepy. Hopefully there's someone out there who has an amazing psychic story that you want to share. I would love to hear it and talk to you guys in the comments. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do hit this big red button and let me know what other kind of story time videos you guys want me to do in the comments below. But other than that, I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!